All right. You don't have to look at it. You don't have to, it's not even there. More, you guys aren't even, you're not even visible. It's only me that's visible, okay? Y'all get a little freaked out when the camera goes. So we are working on two-step equations today. So, two-step equations. I know you guys have been working on these in your ELO class since pretty much the beginning of the year, I think. Okay. So, by a show of your fingers, you're going to hold a 1, a 2, or a 3 on how well you think you know how to solve these. A 1 is I'm lost still, I don't really know how to do them. 2 is I kind of know, but I still need a little bit of help. 3 is I can do these in my sleep, they're easy peasy, I don't need any help at all. A 2, is that a 2 or a 3? A 2 and a 3, okay. So, we are going to, I think I needed this many of these. Holy cow, I printed off a lot of these. I already had a bunch of these. Okay, so, Enrique, you might be like, oh, we're not filling in all the top because I don't like the way this is written. So, we're going to have kind of two goals for today. One is how do I write two-step equations from models? That's what those first 2 boxes are. The next is how do I solve them? So, to solve a two-step equation, you have to isolate the variable. What does isolate mean? What does isolate mean? Anyone know? It's okay if you don't, you just have to say, Ms. Roberts, I don't know. You forgot what isolate means? So isolate means kind of cut it off. Yeah, cut it off from its source to get it by itself. So when we're looking at two-step equations, we see things that look like we see things that look like this, right? I don't even know if this isn't even a problem, I don't think. But when I say isolate, we mean we have to get this by itself. We have to get the variable by itself. So, he has a little buddy hanging out over here. We say, he can't have any buddies. He's by himself. Isolate, to get by itself. Okay? In order to do that, what do we need to do? How do we get it by itself? Okay, so Alicia says to add it, subtract it, cross it off. So, add and subtract what? Cross what out? The 2. So are we adding or subtracting 2? In order to isolate it, we have to do the inverse operation. What does inverse operation mean? The opposite. So the opposite of addition is subtraction. What do we do now?
Cross it out and then what you do to
What you do to one side, you do to the other. Correct. I don't know. This probably isn't even gonna. This isn't gonna be solved. This is not an example of which we can solve because that's not gonna go in there like that. But this was just that first step, getting it by itself. Bring the x down. So this is not gonna go in there. But I just wanted to show you a random example about how we get step 1 done. Okay. So, we isolate, we do the inverse and the opposite of addition and subtraction. What's the opposite of multiplication? Division, good. So, if you look on your paper in front of you, it says, write and solve the equation modeled below. So our first question was, how do I write two-step equations from models? So, if we look at number 1, how many of those little rectangles have x's in them? 2. So how many x's do we have? 2 x. How many singular block ones do we have? Next to the, hold on, 2x, and then we have 2 plus 2 equals, how many all together did they have on the other side of the equal sign? So, on your papers, go ahead, write that down, and solve it. Go ahead and write down your models. Oh, you have the wrong one, Alicia. Alicia's got the answer key over here. I gave Alicia the answer key. Good question. Right now, you can just copy. Right now, you can just copy this down, and then we will solve it together, and then you guys will work on number 2 by yourselves. All right. If you need help with solving, here we go. First step, we have to isolate our 2x. Can't have any buddies with them. You said we have to minus 2. What we do to one side, we do the other side of the equation. Now, we bring our 2x down. 2x is equal to 2. Step 1 is done. They're called 2 steps because we need to do it again, another step. He still has a little friend with him. So we need to do the opposite, yes. The opposite inverse, the opposite operation. So the opposite of multiplication is to divide. What we do to one side, we do it to the other. These 2 cancel out, so we have x is equal to 2 divided by 4 is 2. Easy? Something like that? What? That's not how you got your answer? How did you get your answer? You still did. You still. I did. Oh. Yeah. As long as you're showing how you get your answer, your teacher can kind of follow. But you still did. You still divided. Carter, have a seat, buddy. Thanks for joining us. All right.
Why are you so happy?
All right. Carter, how are you on solving 2 steps? By a show of fingers. 1, I don't know how to do it at all. 2, I sort of know. Or 3, I can do it in my sleep. It's easy peasy.
3.
A 3? Okay. Good. So it won't take me long to catch you up. We've only done number 1 so far, which is looking at these little models and saying, okay, there's how many x's? 2 x's, and how many singles? 2. So it's 2x plus 2 equals how many?
6.
Okay.
How did you get the plus?
How did we get the plus? Good question. In this model, there's 2 next to it, so we know they're adding 2 more. If they were subtracting it, they would have crossed off these 2. So it would have looked like they're not here. So it would have been like 2x minus 2. Yeah, there'd be like a minus in there. But because there's no minus, we know that we're adding those 2. So, you need a pencil. Perfect. Alright, so go ahead and try the second one on your own to see. All I really want to see right now is if you guys can write the model you're adding. So you're trying to see how, if I can write an equation based on that model. So you look at how many x's are in there, how many singles are in there, and how many is it equaling altogether. Okay.
We don't want you going there.
You said we added it.
Mm-hmm. But you, so how many x's are there? 3x
Okay.
plus.
Okay,
I know, well, you weren't here for our first one, so. All right, everyone at least write their model, their equation. Show a thumbs up if you wrote it. You don't have to solve it just yet, unless you already did, then that's okay.
But I can't solve it.
You can if you want, you can solve it if you want, that'll speed us up a little bit. All right, so what is our equation? 3x plus 1 equals 4. Boom. That's our equation. Now, how many of you guys went ahead and solved it? Just show of hands.
I didn't get to solve it yet.
Do you want, they're all done. Do you want a minute to solve it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give Carter a minute to solve it. What did you guys get for your answer? I think?
1.
1? You all got x equals 1. That's correct.
Yay.
So, how did we get x equals 1?
So, first we go.
Raise your hand, since everyone wants to answer. Okay, Alicia and Carter, say it together.
Minus the 1. Minus the 1 on the. What you do to the other side, you do to the other. I mean, what you do to the. What you do to the second. Yeah, you do this.
Got it. Yep. So then we just bring out our 3x. Some of you guys said I don't need to do that. I did it. I just know now, and that's. But for the sake of people that don't just know.
Can I know the next day. And then you do 4 tickets.
Desmond, what do we do next? What's our next step now that I'm here? Divide. That's the opposite of multiplication. Divide. You are correct. What we do to one side, we do to the other. 3 divided by 3 equals.
X equals
Like 1, like
3 can go into itself.
I put 1 over there.
You put 1 over 30. Where'd you get the 0 from? You don't know? You probably, so when you cross this off, you don't have to bring down a 0. You just have to bring down the 3x. Did you bring down a 0? Okay. So yeah, when these cancel out, you don't have to write the 0, because that might just be confusing. So 3x, it's not 30x over 3. Just bring down your 3x. Okay? So, number 3 on here. We're gonna do one more together, and then I'm gonna
Yeah,
Wait,
see.
number 1 is number 1 adding 2?
Yeah, number 1's adding.
Actually, number 3.
Did you already solve it? You did. You already solved number 3. Well, come up and show me how you did it then.
Alright. Do it, but
We'll come up on the board and do it. Or you don't want to do that? Sure, we were gonna do one more together. Yeah, we don't have to do the, we won't have to draw the pictures. You just have to solve it.
I'll let figure it out.
No. Nope.
Is it X equals 1?
How'd you get your answer?
Is number 1 x equals 2?
Yes.
I don't used to
No. It's okay, we'll do it together. All right.
Is it this?
Hold on, let's do this one together. I want to have, at least you guys have an example of 2 before you, oops, 4x plus 2 equals 18. Okay, first step, isolate our x. How do we do that?
I got the answer.
Hold on. You what? You put the 2 under the 2. Let's use math terms, Alicia. We do what?
Bring down.
Subtract the 2.
and then cross
This
the
is
2 out.
other.
You do one side, you do the other.
And then put the 2 under it.
Yes, and you say cross this out. 18 minus 2.
16.
Now what do we do? Carter.
How many times is 4 going to 16?
First we need to
Oh,
divide.
yeah.
Yes.
Which
is 4.
4.
Yes.
Is it 4?
16 can go, 4 can go into 16
4 times.
4 times. So x is equal to 4. I think where a lot of you guys are messing up is you just get confused at the division.
Yeah, that's the answer I got.
I know. I just said, how did you get it?
I got 14. Can I do the
Oh, that would be how you got the wrong answer then if you did
14.
14. Yes. You want to come up here and do it? Or you want to do it on the paper? You want to come up to the board, Carter, and do it? Number 4? Sure, come on up to the board.
Can I do number 5 on the board?
Yes. All right. Hold on, let me at least write out the equation for you. Oops. All right, Carter. You got 3. Can you see Alicia? How many agree with Carter? Oops. Hmm?
Yes.
I think I think I missed it.
Enrique, you don't agree with him. Why don't you agree with him?
Because he divided and it's already being divided.
He divided and it's already being divided. You need to do the opposite of division.
I know the answer.
Wait.
Down here, Enrique's saying you divided and it's already being divided. In order to get x by itself, you have to do the opposite. So the opposite of division,
Is, opposite division is times.
multiplication. So you're not dividing by 3, you're multiplying x by 3.
So, I put 3 again right here.
Mm-hmm. These cross off. What you do to one side, you do this. You multiply 5 by 3.
So 5 times 3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so. Let me just do that.
15.
You can just write a 3.
15.
And then I usually do parentheses.
Wait,
Parentheses.
let's.
Parentheses.
Oh, okay.
And then x equals.
15.
How many of you guys got that answer? Good job, Carter. Thanks for coming up and doing that.
I was a little bit confused.
That's okay. That's why we're here practicing, so that it's a small group. It's not as hard to make a mistake in front of the entire class as it is to make a mistake in front of just a small group. That's why we come in here to practice. It's our safe space. Okay. So now you guys have examples
Can I do the next one?
for 2. What I want you guys to do is go ahead and solve all of them. And then we will compare our answers. Just go ahead and solve them all. And then we're going to compare answers with everyone, and we can see who's got it, who might need a little more help. And sometimes
You on
it's
5?
best to learn from your peers.
Be on 5?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to leave that. I'm going to rewrite your work, Carter. It's great, but I just want to make it a little neater so you guys have an example of that one. I'm actually going to write 3 and 4 back up here so that you guys have an example of both. Mm-hmm. Oops, this was 3.
I know the answer.
I'm so confused on number 6.
Number 6 might be kind of tricky. Try your best, and like I said, you gotta show all your work though. So, you can't just have x equals, you gotta show all your work. So here are the examples of the 2 that are up here and how to do the rest of them. I see how you did it. 6 and 7 have some bigger numbers in there.
No, I'm not confused on that.
You're not confused on that part? Okay. Okay. Is what 11 or 12? The answer? I can't tell you the answer. We're gonna go over them all together so you guys can learn from each other.
6 is like a little confusing.
6 is a little confusing.
I'm just gonna say
Okay, that's fine. If you don't know it, we can work it out together. You skip 6. How many of you guys are skipping 6?
It's hard, like, cause
You finish the rest, but number 6 is hard. You guys are gonna skip. Okay, we can do number 6 together after you finish the other ones.
they put the X goes in front.
Ah.
I'm not confused on that. Because the, I don't like dividing.
You know how to divide it because it's a little bit tricky. Okay.
I think I got it on 7. But like, it's like a little chip.
Number 7. Had that opportunity yesterday to get the cupcake or the. It wasn't a very good cupcake, to be honest with you. It really wasn't. It wasn't very good. I didn't like it.
It's been hard to buy cupcakes and cookies around here lately.
I know.
These are always a necessity.
Cookie or something. Go in the box and see what's in here.
Oh, I keep forgetting to bring my kids Halloween candy.
If you was old by the time you remember.
No, I'm gonna try to remember to bring it.
I'm really not moved for. I didn't have a pencil in here.
Uh-oh.
There's a whole entire juice box in here. And wouldn't you know, like, none of the kids, when they go in here, they don't want it.
I'm done with it. I think I just said 6.
Okay. How many of you guys are done with all but like 6 and 7?
I think that's right. You came in
Yeah,
here
that's right,
and
I guess.
skeleton hand.
See?
Is it 12?
And now here's like a little scorpion.
I think it's
I'm like, you know what, he's like, no, he wanted one of those toys. I might eat Reese's cookies.
All right.
Something.
So, 4. Number 5. What'd you all get?
7. I got 7.
X equals 7. We got X equals 3. Let's compare with Desmond what we did. So, because we have different ones, we gotta look at them. We gotta look at why we got different answers.
Might have to work it out 1:30.
Nope. Desmond, walk me through what you did for number 5.
You don't have an attitude no matter what it's done.
You know it. You know it.
I feel like mine was like 13 on the other side.
For number 5? Or number 6? Oh, number 6. What'd you get for number 5?
X equals 7.
Oh, you all got X equals 7. Got it. Okay. You were looking at the wrong answer. I thought you said you got X equals 3. Alright. Number 6. You all said you were confused for different things on number 6. So, some of you, I heard you say, but Ms. Roberts, the X isn't on the other side. That doesn't matter in addition. Because in addition, the order doesn't matter, right? And in multiplication, order doesn't matter. So when we're adding,
So do we put?
so what do you think we have to do? Do we have to add or subtract 13, or do we have to subtract 12? It's still adding. Opposite is still subtraction. So this cancels out. Our 13x gets brought down. 51 minus 12. What did you all get for that?
I got 39. Same here.
Okay.
Am I like the answers?
Yep.
Okay, so you had a closer,
No. They said, well, I said, what'd you get for 51 minus 12? They said they got 39. How'd you get 39 for 51? Let's solve it out. We gotta borrow. Knock, knock, knock. Can I borrow 1? He says, sure. This becomes 11 now. 11 minus 2 is 9.
It's 40, right?
4 minus 1 is 3.
right?
You have to borrow. So this.
No, I accidentally put 10 except for 11.
I do have your email,
I would've got the
D-DAWSON, the number 1878@gmail.com.
So you were saying, hey, 13 can't go in there.
Oh, right, I'll make sure I send you out a reminder of this particular day, which is December the 5th, and that's a Thursday at 2 p.m.
it'll be 39.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is something that the psychologist will go over with you, and she'll break everything down.
All right.
Alrighty, thank you.
So,
I'm not sure, bye-bye.
so you realized where your error was. You got the answer of 40 instead of 39. Enrique, you
Oh, it's
realized.
supposed to be 39.
The answer is 39. The answer to the subtraction problem is 39, not the x doesn't equal
Also, x
39.
equals 3.
Right.
Is the answer 3?
Yep, it's,
Wait, is it?
I'll send you.
The answer is 3, yes.
Oh,
Now we have to divide
yeah.
each side by
I was gonna
13.
say, I'll send you an email, a Zoom.
We have the 13 going to 39.
3.
Hmm?
3.
Let me tell you the person who's okay.
Hopefully this
Is it divided? Doing
Here we're dividing.
It'll be mainly
X.
because I'm already seeing him, so.
13 times what equals 39?
Yeah. But
Oh,
it's really good,
huh?
psychologist.
No,
report.
we have it's 13 going 39.
Oh,
And I think she'll be on Zoom.
oh, 30.
So this is why when we get different answers, we want to talk about it, figure out where, how everyone got their answers and what.
It's 7, 12.
How many got 12 for number 7?
I got 11. I got 12.
Guess what? We get to talk about it.
We got it wrong.
Let's find out. I want to find out how you guys got 11 and how you guys got 12. So go ahead and talk about it. Amongst the little group, go ahead and talk about how you got 11 and the rest of you guys got 12.
So I got a 12 by. So first I did plus 20 above the negative 20, and then what you do to that side, do to the other. And then I cross the 20 out, and then I put 11. And I put 11
This is
over
Ms.
X
Hamilton from Boyer Academy, and I'm calling from the
equals.
special education.
Wait, no, wait, so I did that, and then I added 101 plus 20, and I got 121.
Pause there. Let's see where the rest of people are. How'd you get?
74840.
What, are you at the same step he is? Did you guys do the same thing? So you all got 11x equals 121. Right?
Wait, you said, wait, say it? 11x equals.
You got 11x equals 121.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. You all added 20 to both sides. You added 20 to both sides? Okay. So now what did you guys do?
And then I did. How many times 11 goes into 121?
Okay. Alicia said I guessed.
And I got 12.
Hi, may I speak with Mr. Ranch, please?
Where did they go?
Hi, Ms. Hamilton from Boyer Academy, the special education teacher, and I'm calling to set up an annual IEP for combined.
Y'all gotta share.
Alrighty.
You two share.
I do have.
Multiplication charts.
Oh, it is 11.
We need to see what times 11 equals 121.
11.
Is that a day that's available?
I didn't say anyone was wrong. I said you guys had different answers. Let's talk about it.
Yes.
So that you guys could look at what times 11 equals 121.
11.
So then how many times can 11 go into 121?
No, that's fine. We could, go the day before that, which is Tuesday the 10th. Correct. Yeah. Okay. Tuesday the 10th is better. Do you prefer an AM or PM?
11.
So x equals. So where the 3 of you guys all got 12 is because you just did your division wrong. And that's okay, that's again. They all got x equals 12, you got x equals 11. But because we had different answers, we talk about it. Huh? Oh, why did you get that? I gave it, well, you guys are gonna give them back, you can use them. But they might come in handy. You can't keep it for good, you can keep it next to you. Alright. What'd you guys get for number 8?
I'm doing it right now. I ain't doing it, but
I think it's 8.
Let's see what Carter gets. Alright.
Thank you. Sure, bye.
wait, no. It's wait, that's 8. That's 8.
Okay. You all agree our first step is to what?
Negative 14, which is continued minus sign, continue other. We cross out the 14.
Yep, these cross out.
This too.
On the side, the 4 on the side.
Times it.
That's right. I should put one next to like.
Yeah, right there, and then cross that out.
Then you times
And all you have left is x.
So I have multiplied because the opposite of division is multiply, right?
Uh-huh.
Then it
Cross
equals
those
to
out,
8.
and then it's times. So you do
Equals
2 times 4, which is 8.
Alicia, where did you get 4? I just want to see how you originally got 4 or 2 and then you thought it was 4. You divided. Okay. So you divided and it was already being divided. Okay. That's why we talk about it. So, now that we've gone over these kind of together, I want to see I do, you do, or I do, we do, and you do. So, we were, oh, there's one on here.
What?
That you guys might get a little wonky on. I'm trying to see, I don't want anyone.
I think I'm gonna do that one.
So we're gonna show that one, and it's gonna be a challenge. We're only gonna. What I have a lot here. I have a lot of different 2-steps. We're gonna keep practicing, because eventually we're gonna get onto it with integers. Today was whole numbers. Once we are confident that we know how to do these.
When is lunch?
When is lunch?
Yeah.
12. Lunch is at 12.
When's it?
It's almost time for you guys to go to your 4th hour.
I don't want to look like this one. I want to stay.
Show 4th hour.
I don't even know.
You don't know? I thought you.
He probably doesn't remember anymore. He's switched.
You got your life.
You're in 7A.
ELA's my first time.
Oh, did I only print off 3 of these?
Oh,
Yes,
you
that's
in
what I
7.
Yeah.
Oh, you in first hour, so your 4th hour is.
Ah,
Over there.
we'll do these.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
We use computers.
I can do
This is your exit ticket. This is what you are doing. we're gonna do number 4. This is your exit ticket. However, number 4 is one that we have not seen yet. So, number 4, huh? You need a pencil? Oh, I don't know. It probably just fell. I think
You
it.
still
Oh,
want us to explain it, right?
you guys don't have to do number 4 on your paper because we're gonna do it together. The rest of them are gonna be so that when you see it. Again, no, we can do number 4 because the rest of them we have all seen and done numerous times. This is your exit ticket. We're doing, yes, number 4 you're not doing because we're gonna do it right now so that you can see it in the future. Yes. H minus 7 over 2. So, for this, you guys are used to doing the addition and subtraction first. It's reverse here. You have to do multiplying and dividing first. So because h minus 7 is being divided by 2, the opposite of division is multiplication. This cancels out and you're left, what you do to one side, you do to the other. You're left with h minus 7 is equal to 14 times 2 is?
That's that number 1. I mean, yeah,
28.
Now,
Divide it.
you do the addition. You do the opposite. So to get h by itself, you have to,
Well, it looks more easy than I thought it would. 21.
Which
28 plus 7 is
Oh.
28 plus 7,
34?
35.
Okay, that's fine.
See how that's a little bit different? Because you guys are always used to having to subtract or add first and then multiply or divide second.
So it's just
On
this.
these equations, when you see it like this, if there's a fraction, so that was there's only 1 on here, but on the other sheet there's 1 or 2. One I was gonna get, I didn't have enough copies.
This one.
Yeah, on that one there was 1. So next time you see it, you'll know how to do it.
Do you cross it out again? Or no?
You can if you want to cross off 7 there. The rest of them, it's your exit ticket. Solve them on your own, so I can see how well you know your two-step equations with whole numbers.
That's 28.
14 times 2 is 28.
Oh.
So now do the rest of them on your own.
How do you get 4 times 2?
How did I get 14 times 2?
Yeah, 14 times.
Because this was a division problem initially, so in order to get h by itself, we have to do the opposite. So the opposite of the opposite of division is multiplication. Yes. That's right. All right. See the Carter? Okay. Yes. Should you need, I don't know, should you need multiplication charts to help you? There they are. Use them.
C equals 3. I could do this one for you too.
You guys go. Alicia, what's your 4th hour? Social studies. just in case you can go to class. Oh wait, what do you want, chips or candy? You said, huh? You don't want any right now? Okay. She did, she finished them all. Every single one of them, with show and work. She was speedy. No, 3 times 6 can't be 2.
Oh no, he had one recess before.
Wait.
What am I doing?
You said 3 divided by.
Oh wait,
You need to multiply.
Gabriel.
Wait, I thought you said that when you cross the 6 out.
He will be coming back
Or
from
left
lunch
his
at
times.
11:50. So you'll see
Right.
him, like, walking across.
But you didn't multiply these two numbers.
I did.
So 3 times 6 is 2.
36.
No, they get
You're
them from,
dividing
like, that
still.
little kindergarten church.
The sign says multiplying, you're still dividing.
I keep
So I
forgetting.
divide 3 times 6.
No, you multiply
Oh,
3
yeah,
times
they're
6.
across the street.
Yeah.
Right, I did that. That's
When you point it that way, that's what I'm saying.
No.
It's
Wait.
actually in that little church, and then you
Look,
see
okay.
them walking back there.
If you were given
At 11:50,
this problem, Carter,
the gentleman I would see.
if you were given this problem,
But nope, I saw him yesterday.
what would your answer be? If you were given this, but don't look at your paper, just if you were given, this was a different problem. If you were given multiplication quiz and this was your question,
oh,
what would your answer be?
18.
That's where you're getting confused. You're so used to most of the time we have to divide in that final step. And most of the time it's already being multiplied and you have to divide. On those problems, it's already being divided, you have to multiply each side, the
So
opposite.
they can do all this writing.
Okay.
Fun stuff. You can't tell me he was bit by something and itches or something. You tell every week, oh, I got bit. My arm. And I'm like, nothing there.
Mm-hmm. Sure can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Birthday.
His birthday was 11/17.
Sure can.
Yeah. If you dated sometime before his birthday, though.
You want me in my video?
That was
I want it. You want one of these?
Go for it. Alright. So I think next time we'll be ready to move on to 2 steps with integers.
Do you think she'd even take notice? Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can grab that.
I also just love the saying on your guys' paper. The expert in anything was once a beginner. Something to keep in mind. The expert in anything was once a beginner. Also, next time what we're gonna do is work on story problems.
I have to write and say, how are you, you know?
Like, we know what that means. Never did. What did you?
No, I'm not saying, I look of course and say, meetings are wrong. You like it out at sea?
You done?
Right.
What is your fourth hour? I got you from science. Where do you go after science?
Go to ELA.
Who's your ELA teacher?
Mrs. Shaw.
What
Like
would
the
you
show?
like, Carter? Candy or some chips? Now you do know that you can, if your teacher says you can't eat these in class, save them for lunch.
Okay. Yeah.
You can't even be like.
I'm just saying, I don't want to hear you arguing that Ms. Roberts gave them to me. No. Yes, I did, but I did not say you could eat them and break the rules in other classes. So, you know you're not supposed to eat them in class, just save them.
Okay.
What? Yep, just finish that once you're done. Okay. All right. You can keep that as your little notes if you want. All right.